Ladies and gentlemen, you know what's up. You know what this video is going to be about. Now, I'm not the best looking cyborg. If you really want to see a good cyborg, you really have to look at Ray Fisher. Okay, and this ain't Ray Fisher. This is a Kotobukiya iteration of Cyborg, which they're trying to capture Ray Fisher. As you can see, they fell short of capturing Ray Fisher. They fell short of capturing Superman. They fell short of capturing Batman. They fell short of capturing Wonder Woman. But they sure as daylight did not fall short of capturing Flash. I can tell you that. Look at that. That is Ezra Miller. They really got him here. They did an excellent job of capturing Ezra Miller. I can tell you that. Now, let me give you the recommendations on how they can capture. I'm going to focus on only one dude, right? And that dude is this dude here, Cyborg. Okay, let's have a look at Cyborg. So this is what Cyborg looks like. It's played by the actor Ray Fisher. Okay, there you go. That's Ray Fisher right there. I don't know if I can get a zoom in on Ray Fisher. There he is again. And that is a toy that's supposed to represent Ray Fisher. But it also falls short of the mark. And this is Ray Fisher here once again. Let's have a good look at Ray Fisher, shall we? So let's start off here with this look of Ray Fisher right here. Why I want to use this is because Ray Fisher is looking straight at us, right? So when you look at that and you look at this, we can see now what are the differences and be able to isolate how we get the image of Ray Fisher down packed. So let's go into it here. Now the CGI on Ray Fisher here wasn't the best. It wasn't refined yet, but that's okay. So here is what's supposed to be Ray Fisher. What is the problem? I'm going to tell you right now. The first problem is the distance between Ray's mouth and his nose. There's a big space here. Look at it. See the smallest space between Ray's nose and his mouth? There. That's the first thing. Now they did a good job of getting Ray's nose here, Kotobukiya. But the separation between his nose and his mouth is too far away. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you look at Ray's mouth here, unfortunately this picture is a little too small, but if you look at Ray's mouth here, let me get a closer look at him. There you go. You'll see that he has a little arc going outwards this way, arcing out this way. That gets to the top, and then he has a dip, and then he comes down. And this upper lip is a little bit bigger than they do it here. This is a little bit too small. That's the other thing. That's the problem. So his upper lip is a little bit bigger, okay? And his lower lip, I think everything's good with the lower lip. So the only problem they really have is the spacing between his nose and his mouth, and his upper lip is a little bigger, okay? Have a look at it. See, he's a little bit bigger upper lip. Okay. And I think if they do that, I think they nail him pretty much. They'll have him. And then when it comes to his eye, you look at his eye here, I think they nailed that too. So Kotobukiya's almost got Ray Fisher here. The only problem is you need to get this mouth and lip closer to the nose. Alright? And I think they'll nail him. I think they'll get him. Alright? And the upper lips are just a tad bigger. Okay? And it's not sloped this way, it is sloped this way. It's curved outwards going in. Alright. Cool. That's Kotobukiya. There's Ray. This is a different angle though. This is kind of looking down on Ray's face. It's a little bit different. See it there again? The curve comes this way. And his upper lip's a little bit bigger than they have it there. Slightly bends in, but it's not beaked. Okay? And it's not sloppy. And the lower lip comes this way, and then there's a little extra lip below here, and then there's a little sort of plateau. It kind of plateaus off of the face, and then joins the face somewhere here, just between the chin and the lip. Okay, so that's it pretty much for Ray Fisher's face. And this here, it's just a little sloppy with his face. That's the problem. It's a little bit sloppy with his face. So Ray's got a chiseled face, and no, his upper lip doesn't dip that low, and his lower lip doesn't dip that low. And this is almost like a slap of lip here, and Ray Fisher's lip doesn't slap out that way. So there's just kind of important things you got to bear in mind. And of course, Ray's complexion is not that dark. As you can clearly see, Ray is much more lighter skinned than that. But if they can just refine those things, keep the puffiness off of his face and on top here, they pretty much, I think, again, nail Ray Fisher's face. Pretty much, I think. So here he is again, and you can zoom in on him. There you go. There's Ray's face. You can see it. And you can see here the difference between this face and Ray's face. Again, there's just the spacing between the nose and the mouth. And then again, Ray's face, this doesn't beak out a big old fat old beak, and this is not just a big blob of lower lip. And that's where they make the mistake. See, the lower lip reaches almost to this thing here, and it's not supposed to do that. See, his lower lip's supposed to be above it. It's almost like he has a little beard underneath, but he doesn't have a beard. And Ray is a very good-looking guy. I'm gonna tell you right now. Ray is an exceptionally good-looking guy. There he is. The symmetry of his face is ridiculous as well. So you better know how to do his face. Don't just try to slap around a generic kind of face on him. It just won't work. And I'm a Cyborg fan, so you better come correct. So here again, you see the face of Ray, but this is not quite Ray's face, right? It's too dark, one. Two, they kind of get Ray's face from that angle, but again, they have to work on, I believe, his nose. Look how straight his nose is there. And it's not as broad as they have it there. There is the extra broadness on the sides, but you got to get the ridge, so it's narrow. Look at his nose, see? It's wide, but you understand there's a ridge down the center, so it looks straighter. He's actually got a pretty straight nose, actually. Reminds me of the Jacksons for a minute, how straight their noses are. And they do plastic surgery. I don't know if Ray did plastic surgery. I doubt it. Also, his eye is not much bigger than his natural eye. So his cyborgic eye, you see, is not that much bigger than his natural eye, so you got to pay attention to that as well. This one's a little bit bigger than that one. You got to be careful with that. So there's all those little things. And again, if you look at his neck is not that thin. See, watch his neck. His neck's not that thin, okay? So you got to get his head integrated into his neck properly. And that's not what's happening here, okay? So once you get those features together, this kind of looks almost like Ray. It's just that it's a little too dark. I think the lip is still, you should bring the lip up a little bit more. The face is a little too puffy. And once you streamline those things together and you get the neck properly done, I think you got Ray pretty much, you know. Which would be really cool. So you see Ray here again. Look at this guy's face, man. So chiseled and so just wow. Just a really nice face he has. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is Cyborg, and of course I am a fan of Cyborg. And you know that now because you saw my picture, right? But I'm nowhere good looking as Ray. Ray is really good looking. So, there you go again. Alright, cool. Now there's another person I want to talk about, which is Mira, played by Amber Heard, and there's a toy that comes out, but that toy is not known for its accuracy, and that's Mattel's version of Mira. Now, I heard some people saying how there were some articles out there that, you know, this is the splitting image of Mira from the movies. It's identically done, and it's not. It's not identically done, but it's very close to it. The patterns and everything are pretty much almost the same. It's the color scheme that's a little bit different. You see the big blob of gold here, and there's a lot of gold all over Mira here in this figure. The belt line is gold. You got these areas here that are gold, but if you look at the actual Mira photo here, there's not much gold. It's lined with gold, but most of it is green. See, this area here is lined with gold. That kind of shield looking thing there, which is this. But this is all gold here. And this is mostly green here and bordered with gold. So there's a lot of differences here, but I guess Mattel, again, they probably couldn't get the color contrast that they wanted, so I'm with them on this. They go with gold. Alright, but from the most part, it's identical to the Mira in terms of pattern. I love this water that comes out of her hands that you can get separately. And again, these are just toy figures for kids to play with, really, so shouldn't be that big a deal. Look at the water coming out of her hands again from the back. She's got the fins in the back there, which are what you see. I don't know if you can see this in the actual Mira photo. Yeah, there you go. There's a fin right there. There's another one there. So that's really cool. I like Mira and how she appears. Zack Snyder's design. Some people don't like it. Some people do. I know Grace Randolph doesn't like this design, which to me is ridiculous because she has to armor up, and it's actually from the comics. But it is what it is, you know. And the face kind of looks like Mira's face. Kind of looks like Amber Heard's face, which is pretty cool too. So there you go. This is Zack Snyder's photo of Mira, which is really awesome. I really like it. This one's a little darker. Fantastic. And Amber Heard is perfect. You know, the wife of 21 Jump Street man and Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. I completely blanked out about his name. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope that Kotobukiya as well as Hot Toys can get it right. You know, because I really like Cyborg figure. Also, why doesn't Hot Toys and Kotobukiya do the villains? I mean, Hot Toys did General Zod. They didn't do Faye/L. I don't think Hot Toys did a Faye/L. They did a General Zod. Why don't they do other villains, you know? And one of the villains I thought they would have done, but they didn't do it, was Lex Luthor. Big villain. And if you don't do Doomsday, that's okay. But Lex Luthor, I thought they would have done that. I thought they would have done also the villain who is in Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller. I mean, by all means, you should be doing Amanda Waller. And the other one I thought they should have done, and they haven't done, is Steppenwolf. They need to do Steppenwolf. I haven't seen anything about Steppenwolf, maybe because he's concealed right now, but hopefully they have Steppenwolf on the side there, somebody sculpting Steppenwolf and getting ready for him to be put into major production, as well as the Flash's new suit. Another thing I would like for Hot Toys to do is the head sculpts of the actual people. Like, for instance, Bruce Wayne's head sculpt. So you can put him on Batman, but you got Bruce Wayne head sculpt as well as all the others. Barry Allen, anytime they're masked up, Barry Allen, a head sculpt for him. Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman don't need head sculpts, but the Flash, he's always in costume, so why not have a Barry Allen so you can put it on the Flash's head so he's out of costume? You know, these are things I would love to see. I know they did it for Spider-Man, I think. So please, do it for the Justice League, especially if the movie's a hit. Right? And I hope you do some Parademons as well, Hot Toys. You know, in terms of Meshco toys and Medicom and Mayfix toys, and we got so many Iron toys, Iron Man toys. We have Prime One Studio toys. You know, we got a ton of toys. We have DC Multiverse toys. You know, I'm just hoping that this array of characters can be done by all of these toy companies. You know, I'm just saying. You know, it would be really awesome. Well, we'll see what happens in time. I know Mira will definitely be a Hot Toys figure when Aquaman comes around, so I'm looking forward to that. And I hope they put Ocean Master and Black Manta also as toys, but we'll see. On that note, you guys, have a great night. Yeah, I'm Cyborg, y'all.